Hello my friends and fellow VEDSies. Well, it's October now, which means it's time for the post-VEDS wrap-up. Not gonna lie, it feels a little funny, but that might just be because I didn't finish VEDS last year. I don't know. This VEDS is hard for me to quantify. On the one hand, it was a success by most objective measures. I got my 30 videos out in 31 days, which is pretty good. The response to a lot of the videos was really strong, above average reception. I got noticed by fucking Drawfee this year. I tried new techniques and did things I had never done before that really expanded the idea of what I can do in these VEDS videos. So like on paper, this VEDS was a massive success. And yet at the same time, I don't know, it just feels sort of meh. There were some really fun videos, but at the same time I feel like I didn't go very deep with my theme of time. Like, there was a lot of potential there, but beyond the holiday videos, I don't think I did much with it. And that's sort of the problem I had with my whole performance this month. It all felt kind of surface level. So those are the feelings that I have been stewing in all month. However, those thoughts were challenged when Alicia posted her video last night talking about the difference between thinking about VEDS as the project versus thinking about VEDS as the VEDSies, the people. She said a lot of brilliant things, as Alicia is wont to do, but the thing that stuck with me was this idea of VEDS as a yearly commitment to our friendship. And that hits different. I'm aware that love languages are a pseudoscience at best, but they are a helpful way of conveying wants and needs. I forgot to put on blush. Yep, I am going to go put on blush and then finish filming this video because how did I forget that? Fuck. Does that even make a difference on camera? I cannot tell. Okay. Love languages are pseudoscience at best. And for me, of the five, quality time is by far the most important. It's probably not surprising that I didn't fit in as a kid, or a teen, or a college student. I just have a hard time fitting in with most people. So finding someone that I am comfortable with, especially comfortable with when we're not doing anything particularly exciting, is really special to me. And really, what is VEDS if not the digital equivalent of sitting in somebody's computer room and taking turns showing each other videos? Speaking of each other in videos, part of the tradition for this video is that I shout out a favorite video from each of y'all. So let's get started with that, shall we? Alicia, you have made so many wonderful videos this year. Picking a favorite for you is always really hard because you do so many different and interesting things. However, this year I have to go with your Oogie Boogie song cover. Your covers are always a highlight of VEDS, don't get me wrong, but this one just stands out. The sass you brought to it was wonderful. And I love seeing you look and act so confident. Caleb, even with only making a video every other day in September, you've still made some really cool stuff. However, my favorite of yours is your Superman movie concept. You're so smart and so knowledgeable, and those are two different things, but both of them apply to you. And the way that you think about stories is so compelling. It's part of why you're such a great DM. And while I am not an expert on Superman, I know enough to know that your concept is very well thought out, and I would love to see it happen somehow, someday. Graham, your video on the Titanic yesterday was so cool. Like, I know very little. I did not have a Titanic phase, which I feel like is a little surprising for me, but that was not me. But the way you laid out how the exhibit was laid out and your knowledge and enthusiasm on top of this really great museum exhibit was just really fun to watch and fascinating and somber all at the same time. James, I considered just turning this into another situation where I gush about the plot line, but I decided to hold off on that. Instead, I'm saying my favorite video of yours this month was the Muppet Back to the Future one. I loved the way you laid it out so that we were kept in suspense for as long as possible. And a lot of your casting choices were just super fun and super well thought out. Jeffrey, I had a hard time with this one, not gonna lie. Not because you don't make great videos, but because a lot of your great videos are part of great series. Like, which YouTube favorites is the best YouTube favorites? Which analysis of a Star Kid song is the best? I don't know, decisions are hard. But then you made it much easier for me because your finale video, The Return of Singing Guy, I quite literally gasped. Like, my first VEDS as a VEDSie was in 2017. But I think my first VEDS I watched was 2011. And so there is a lot of nostalgia for me attached to those characters. And seeing him again was just wonderful. What? Yeah, that was before you were around. Things existed before you. Also, hell yes, show-stopping number. Is this how you want? Is this how we're ending VEDS? And last but not least, Pip. This isn't deep. The real or fake BuzzFeed quizzes was fucking hysterical. But yeah, September is over. Will I make more videos throughout the year? Maybe. I have a couple ideas. Assuming there's a trailer for Draw Detective Season 3, I'd like to react to that. Doing another Monster Prom stream this spooky season could be fun, if anyone was up for it. I don't have any real plans yet, but we'll see. But, at the very least, my friends and fellow VEDSies, Maggie and I will see you next September.